What up, y'all? This is your boy Dion, and today I'm here with a Star Legend video. And today my Star Legend is Jake Steed. Now, people say, how do you choose the people that you talk about? Well, these are people who made impressions on me that when I initially saw them, I was like, ooh, I like this person. I'm a fan, right? So that's what we're going to do. And hopefully it'll be someone who strikes a chord with you. But let's get into Jake Steed and some of his facts, okay? He was born August the 27th, 1970. We're not exactly sure where he was born. He was the leading figure in the international anal gonzo style erotic films during his time. Like, he was one of the first butt and studs to do that shit. One of the most visual of his era. He also appeared on the hip hop scene, and he's credited sort of with bringing the hip hop scene to the videos because he definitely incorporated hip hop within his films. He's a adult actor, director, producer, and occasionally a rapper. He began in the late 1980s and he transitioned to the 90s and went into the early 2000s. He launched his own running long series, Freak, Hoes, and Flows, which he also did an album with a similar title. In 1998, which he also starred in most of the films, directed the films, and produced the films. And so he was like kind of the first person also to do that. You know what I'm saying? Now we have OF and all these other platforms and social media content influencers. But before there was influencers, there was VHS tape, right? He's been nominated for many awards. He won the XRCO Award for Best Anal Scene in 1995, and he was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2001. He appeared in hundreds of films. He's worked with Anabolic Video, Evil Angel, and Vivid. In 2000, he was one of the first to do Blacks on Blondes, and he released a very, very big production, Little White Chicks, Big Black Monster Dicks. And I know Byron Long was in there and Mandingo was in there, and you know, it just was a popular thing, and that led the way for that international scene that we all freaking love, okay? After that, then he launched his website and went into the music. So again, he dipped into the hip hop industry with kind of doing his own music. He only did one album. We wish there was more, but he also did get special recognition on Dr. Dre's Chronic album. He did an interlude called Pause for Corno, okay? It was a skit. It was 1 minute. It was about 32 seconds. And it was him with a couple of girls. And they were actually doing it. I believe they actually filmed the whole thing. And they were in action when they did the audio for this. So, you know, iconic moment in hip hop. So he retired in 2001. And then after that, he was inducted into the Hall of Fame. Now, they say he's moved out of the States. No one has actually seen Jake. And we wish that we could just have one moment in time, one go round, one more moment with the boss out here. But definitely is one of the Star Legends. He definitely kind of, you know, paved the way for the new wave, even though most of his productions are on VHS. You know, but definitely with the new school, with the hip hop being infused into the films, you know, that's our dude. And definitely he was one of those guys that, you know, all the women loved him. He definitely had a big size member. I believe it was about 9 inches. You know, we got to talk about that, okay? And he was very known for his monstrous roar when he would do his cum shots. And that was very popular from him as well. That became one of his signatures, is him shooting those cum ropes, okay? Because he would shoot them long, and it would be in plentiful, bountiful splats. Thank y'all for joining me today. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Drop down in the comments. Tell me your moments with these stars and others, okay? And I will holler at y'all later. Remember to share it, like it, subscribe, comment, okay? Come back, subscribe to my channel. Holla.